And it put me in mind of my grandfather. And I wanted to take the opportunity to play it with Billy because I like playing guitar. And blackfellas grow up playing guitar. But more because it told a story about my family and my grandfather. You know, people see me on television and they think I was born in a suit. But I wasn't. I was born into an Aboriginal family in New South Wales, and a very poor Aboriginal family. And we spent our time travelling around, moving from town to town. My father was a sawmiller, and my mum took work wherever she could get it. It meant that we moved constantly, and I never had a home. I didn't have a home for the first 12 or 13 years of my life. I changed schools about 13 or 14 times before I was even into high school. And my grandfather lived with me, my mother's father. When he was younger and he had his family, he'd lost 2 of his children very young. And they lived in a little tin shack on the outskirts of town that he'd made for the family. And they wanted to get the land back, so the police came one night at the point of a gun and bulldozed the house to the ground and rolled over the graves of his children that were there. And my grandfather moved from town to town when he was an older man. He lived with us, and all he had in the world was a brown suitcase. That's all he had. But he was the person who was the most important person to me in my entire life. And there is no way I would be here today without the love of my grandfather, a man who never had a home. So, for my grandfather Keith, I'm a terrible singer, I'm a passable guitar player, but Billy's here to back me up. And I just wanted to do this tonight for my grandfather. I ain't got no home, just a traveling round, just a wandering worker. I've roamed from town to town, and the policeman makes it hard for me, no matter where I go. I ain't got no home in this world anymore. No, I ain't got no home in this world anymore. My brothers and my sisters are stranded on this road, long and dusty road that 1,000,000 feet have trod. Now the rich man took my home and drove me from my door. I ain't got no home in this world anymore. No, I ain't got no home in this world anymore. I was farming on the shed, and always I was poor. My crops are laying to the banker's door. My wife laid down and died all on the cabin floor. I ain't got no home in this world anymore. No, I ain't got no home in this world anymore. I'm minding your minds and I gathered in your corn. I've been working, mister, since the day that I was born. Now I worry all the time like I never did before. And I
I ain't got no home in this world anymore. No, I ain't got no home in this world anymore.
As I look around, it's mighty plain to see what a strange and funny place this world can be. How the gambler man is rich while the working man is poor. And I ain't got no home in this world anymore. No, I ain't got no home in this world anymore. Take down the Union Jack, it clashes with the sunset. I ain't got no home in this world anymore. Thank you, guys. Thank you very much.
Thank you.